All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to our apostle elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well where we learn this truth from, and citation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word and our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And yeah, we are the brothers here from the GMS Birmingham camp. I'm the brother Raheem, and with me.
Brother Tazai one.
And today, man, just getting on the topic, we are warriors, not warriors, man. You know, because for the lack of better words, we know about the things that's forthcoming upon the planet Earth. Sedition amongst men, man's foes being of his own household, World War III, the famine, you know, a lot of division. It's going to be a lot of things that's going to happen upon the planet Earth. And if you're not strapped in the spirit, then you're going to worry yourself to death. You know, instead of trusting in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what all these scenarios are really going into. You know, Baba Kusha'ak, you can get that Proverbs that you quoted earlier, that Proverbs 3rd chapter, you know, because at the end of the day, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is really building us up to have faith in him and really to detach from this fleshly world. Because that's the reason why you worrying, because you thinking in this earthly tabernacle, man. You know, what about this? What if? That's something that the flesh think about, man. The spirit is only think about everlasting life, you know, but you got to do it.
Khan, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai with all thine heart
Mm-hmm.
and lean not to thine own understanding.
Yes, it says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Shai with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. And a part of you leaning into your own understanding is being into your damn head way too much and overthinking things. And again, and that leads into what? You worrying, man. You know? The only thing that you really should be worried about is really enduring it to the end. And if you really trust in Yahweh by Hashem Shai, you know that he's going to put the spirit on you to endure it to the end if you're a part of that number, you know? But go ahead and get that in the book of Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, in the 2nd verse. Because it's not like dangerous, it's not like things in the flesh, dangerous things is not going to come upon the planet Earth, and it's not like everything is just going to be so fine and dandy. The lights and the Wi-Fi is still going to be cut on, and everything is going to be fine. No, the Earth is going to change drastically. But again, us being locked into the spirit, we ready for that drastic move. You know, when everything started to shake and everything started to go all crazy and wild, ultimately, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai will have us locked in. You know, you got to do it.
Khan, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
And that's it right there, man. Because again, at the beginning, it says, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. Because this message that we pushing forth is evils and only evils. Now, we're not telling you to sit back and invest in this place for 10 or 15 more years. No, we're telling you that the destruction of America is happening right now. It ain't no time to chill out and lay back. And it says, oh Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. And a part of that reviving of those works is the Lord raising up the prophets. And not only when the Lord raised up the prophets, as soon as they start speaking, then the judgments will start happening upon the planet Earth. It says, in the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy. And again, just to back up the point, man, it's going to be a lot of things and a lot of death that's going to happen upon the planet Earth. But you have to know scriptures like this. 1,000 shall fall and die left, and 10,000 out that right, but evil shall not come nigh thee. So in wrath, the Lord will ultimately have mercy upon his elect, man. And it's going to be a marvelous work in that day. while the rest of these people are going to be bugging out. They're not going to know where their next meal coming from. You know, they told on everybody for $1,000. They Esau was going to give him. He nigga got 15 Mexicans up on the truck, but when all those corner resources run out, for the lack of better words, you're going to be empty, man. But the resource of the Lord is really everlasting. You got somebody?
If I may,
You got it.
it also it's scriptures like the Lord is not a man that he should lie. When you consider his promises that he got us, you can't be worrying. You got to believe that. You got to know that, you know, that the Lord said, even he said, I would never leave you nor forsake you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you can't be worried. You got to trust and believe that Yahweh Shem Shai got you. You really got to be a warrior, even considering the times that we're going into, and that's what made Denzel Washington, when you think about the movie, the Book of Eli,
Mm-hmm.
he was a warrior, he wasn't worried. But what did he have? He had this word, man. And that's what's going to keep us going. What scripture said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times.
Come.
That's what's going to keep us going, So, just, that's just a heavy topic, a good piece of advice, going into the times that we're going into, you know, to be a warrior and not a worrier,
Is it?
but you got it up.
I got something to bag you up about this First Peter 5:7 in the NLT. It says, "Give all your worries and cares to the Most High, for He cares
Ooh,
about you."
that's it. You know, it's scriptures like that. Give all your word. You can't be worried.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that song Jake used to say, don't worry, be happy. You
Come.
know, ultimately you should be happy that you got this truth, that you got this word, that you got them precepts. It's gonna be precepts, that's gonna sustain you in the times that we going into, man.
Is it, bro?
So ultimately we can't be worried, man. We gotta have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. What we know it's impossible. Without faith, it's impossible to please Yahweh Shem Shai. So now's not the time to be worrying or doubting. Even when you consider, the scriptures were written aforetime for our learning. What caused Peter to sink? He started doubting, he started worrying, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So we can't be worried, man. We got to be full all in with Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Really solid warriors, and like we was mentioning earlier, no man that war entangling himself, with the cares of this life, roughly paraphrasing,
Hey, Con, I got
so
it's like I got that precept queued up too.
con, you know. But a true warrior going into times that we going into, man, just really can't be, fucked up about the things that's going on. Cause we know, like you said, we know what's gonna happen.
Is it?
That's half of the battle. Knowing we know, that we could lose our job, lose our spouse, you know, lose our kids, you know, uh shit, ultimately could get put to death,
Yeah, lose your life.
but yeah, come. But a warrior ain't giving a shit about that. Just like what we talk about on dead presidents, when Lorenz Tate was over there fighting, and Chris Tucker was like, "Oh, you don't be thinking about your little girl." And you like, "Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit."
Yeah.
Because just as soon as my mind go back over there, just as soon as I get to thinking about that shit, I'm a dead man. you know. So we got to really be focused in on, like you even mentioned, man, enduring until the end, man.
Is it, bro?
That's what we shouldn't be worrying, about motherfucker talking shit on Facebook, or what I'm saying, who win or lose the Super Bowl. We ought to be focused, on enduring to the end, man.
Hey,
Cause
that's
shit
it.
finna really get serious out here, man. But you
Hey,
got it. It's a lot.
it's a little bit more on this. It says, "Stay alert. Watch out for your enemy," and that's how you know
Ooh,
spiritual battlefield. Because once you're on
con.
the battlefield, if you're not focused, if you're not zoomed in, then a straight bullet can hit you. You know, it says, "Stay alert. Watch out for your enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. And that's Esau, because again, even though he fight with us physically, now it's a spiritual battle, man. The way Esau, he could put you to death, but Esau really think he won when he separates you from your power, man. You know? Continuing on in verse 9, the point, it says, stand firm against him and be strong in your faith. Remember that your Mashiachim, Christian brothers and sisters all over the world are going through the same kind of suffering you are. And that's how it is. When you on the battlefield, you actually trust that man right beside you with your life, and he trusts you with his life. Why? Because y'all going through the same thing, even though it might be to the same extreme. You know, brothers go through it. It's different versions of hell, but you catch a hell with that brother, you know? So like you. Baba Kushar, I got the Second Timothy for you right here. Salah. Here you go, right here. You got it, bro. Give me 2 Timothy 2. It started verse 7. Just get to the point, and then we're gonna jump over a chapter.
Con.
You got it.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 7. For the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind.
And that's it. The point right there is with a sound mind. And they're just going back into the point you made earlier about Lorenzo Tate in the time of dead presidents. If he was thinking about his little girl out there on the battlefield, that wasn't a sound mind. And he knew what was going to be the actions behind that. But it also says the Lord have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love, because we know what power that we're dealing with, man. We're not dealing with a power that's going to make 2,000 laws of legislation for the LGBTQ. No, we're dealing with a power that saved Israel out of Egypt, man. That's parted the sea for a whole nation, man. No, we're dealing with a power that casts down kingdoms just so we can rule, man. You know? So who are you going to trust in these latter days, man? Who are you going to fight for? Because subconsciously, a lot of niggas out here is fighting for Esau, whether it be in a form of generational wealth, niggas like Tyler Perry, Pete Diddy, you going to Cardi B, Lizzo, pushing the black culture agenda. These guys are actually warriors for Esau, man. So we have to be even more harder and rougher warriors for Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai and stand up for the things that we believe in, man. Because it's not like our beliefs is just going to fade away. No, man. Our beliefs is going to be established upon the planet Earth, man. We're fighting for the kingdom of heaven to be established, you know. But go ahead and jump into the next chapter out and start at verse 3, unless you have, y'all.
La.
You got it.
Con. This is Con. This is 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
And that's it. It says endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, man. And again, the way that we endure hardness is a different hell that we catch. Just because it's raining out there on the battlefield doesn't mean it's going to stop. Just because somebody died right next to you on the battlefield doesn't mean it's going to be a timeout. No, bullets are already flying, man. You know? And so for the lack of better words, you have to be in the mindset of, just keep pushing. You know, you got it, bro.
Come. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
And that's it, man. Going back to Lorenzo Tate spirit, he's not going to entangle himself with the things that's ultimately just going to hold you back. It's called extra luggage for a reason, man. You have to mentally drop those things. It ain't like you don't still care. Is it still love? No, you have to mentally drop those things from your mental Rolodex. The reason why, because it's not beneficial to you, man. And you have a bigger battle to fight, man. And that's one thing about a warrior too. When you fighting for something, especially when it's an army, it's something that's bigger than you. You got something to add on it?
Con, was just thinking about that in Acts, through much tribulation,
Mm-hmm.
shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High? And being at war, it's a lot of shit out here, different landmines, and you got people dumping at you, all kind of snares, booby traps and shit, and a physical level, it could be looked at as, you taking losses, you lose your job, on your job, you got, you know, your boss talking shit, you got all kind of shit going on, but you understanding that you at spiritual war, man, you just gonna keep fighting.
That's it.
Don't give up, man. And in that Acts it say, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So with that, you gotta have that warrior mindset, man. You just gotta keep fighting. You gotta constantly keep fighting. Lord didn't say it was gonna be easy. He said, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And this is an exhortation, to the believers out there to just keep fighting.
That's it.
Keep fighting. You're gonna go through it. Like we say often, man. In order to get to it, you're gonna have to go through it. You could take losses again, you take losses, and it's true. What the Lord is proving us as friends, man. You
That's it.
know, so we just gotta continue. Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. Just be a warrior. And what a warrior do, he fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
A warrior keep fighting, man, and that's what Yahweh Shemi Awashai wants to do. Keep fighting, man. The good fight of faith. Let's show that this is a battle. For scriptures to be like that. That it's a fight. Even considering the Lord Himself, He's a man of war. You know, so you got to fight, man. So like you got it.
It's heavy. Papa shot. You can hold Ephesians 6:16. Just getting to the point, to bag up your point, man. Because again, it's going to be a lot of things in the flesh that's going to try to pull you away from this spiritual battle, man. You know,
Come,
it's going to be a lot of things that's going to try to make you put down your sword or your shield. And
come,
once you put down your sword or your shield, what's going to happen then, man? You're going to ultimately get put to death, whether it be now, whether it be on down the line, man. Judgment will
come,
eventually come. You got it up.
come. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Above all, taking the shield of faith,
Hey, so what?
wherewith. So like,
This is above all taking the shield of faith, man. And there's
come,
one thing that a warrior, once he get up on that field, once you look at the history of the Crusaders, or even once you look at the spirit of Israel in the time of David when they went to war, hey, for the lack of better words, it wasn't like those men was trusting in their broliness or they was trusting in their strength. No, they was actually trusting in their power, man. When you
come,
go to the time when King David, before he fought the what's that guy name? The Philistines or whatever, they brought
come,
in the Ark of the Covenant, you know. And once they brought in the Ark of the Covenant, Israel was getting hyped, you know. But at the same time, showing you they trusted in their power. And that's one thing that Jake have fell away from, especially here in this modern day. People don't know it, but you being a soldier or a warrior and you being a quote unquote religious man, they go hand in hand. You know, you got to know. That's why even when you go back into the time of the Crusaders, or even during the any types of war, man, they'll send like a priest or a preacher out there to pull a prayer out before they even go out there, man. Even when you go
come,
into the modern day's army, it's a God bless America. The proud, the few, the Marines. It's different type of Christian quotes they do to fuel the Marines, man. So if the spirit of a Christian can get motivated off these words, how much more us, man, who know what's going on, bro, who know how dangerous and how worse it's going to get. You got it, bro.
come.
Yeah, you read.
Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Come, Bible, can I read that one more time from out?
Come. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yes, and that's how you're going to be able to quench the things that's going to come at you, man. The different darts of this or the different darts of that, the different darts of the world, they get shot at you every day, whether it be in the form of your woman, like the brother mentioned, your supervisor at work, you're losing your job. Hey, all those are the darts that that left hand is trying to get for you to do so you can, go out the way of understanding. But not knowing Yahweh Shai is really just making things beneficial unto you. Because once you even lose certain things on this side, it's not for your destruction. No, it's for a benefit, you know? And then, like for the lack of better words, those things are lost forever. Even Yahweh Shai said, everything that we lose on this side, we shall receive in the kingdom 100-fold, man. So we ain't really lost them for lack of better words. They just going on vacation. You got it though, bro. That was it on that.
Con. Yeah, con.
Come, Papa Kushal, give me Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. Because again, we know Yahweh Shemau Shai, he's a power that goes above your head, man. And you might be in
Con.
a situation, you might be in a scenario that you might not understand,
Mm,
because again, we're nothing but men. But at the
right.
same time, Yahweh Shemau Shai have something way more greater for us, man. You got it, bro.
Mm, con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 11. Woo! For I know the thoughts that I think toward you,
Mhm.
saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
And that's it. And ultimately, that expected end is salvation. So even the thoughts that the Lord have towards us, His elect, though want to be a part of that number, those thoughts towards us is for peace, man. Even though we go through evil, man, and really the evil that we go through, man, is well deserved. Because ultimately, Yahweh Shemal Shai, He's not going to put nothing on you than more than you can handle. But even the things that do get put upon you is something that you deserve, whether you went off in this lifetime or whether you went off in your past life. You gotta read that one more time for me.
Con. This is Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
And ultimately, Lord willing, we're hoping for that expected end to be salvation. You got something up?
Allah.
Papa Kushai, you give me Psalms 121 and start at 1. Because again, that expected end is for when Yahweh Shai to be there, man. Because one thing you mentioned about earlier, when Peter was walking and he started to doubt and he started to sink, what did he do? Did Peter try to swim himself or did Peter try to run back into the boat? What first thing Peter said? Peter said, Lord, help me. You know? So showing you what spirit you should be in once you need help, man. It ain't like your how about Shemal Shai. It's just gonna beat up for every call, like every time your child cry, you really don't tend to them every time. But at the same time, when it's a dire need, you're gonna be there. And that's the same thing with us and your how about Shemal Shai. You got a lot. Hold on, let me get some
Con.
water. You got it.
Con. This is Psalms chapter 121. And the heading is help cometh from the Lord, he keepeth Israel.
Mm.
Verse 1, it says, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
Yes, the Lord said, I will lift up my eyes unto the hill from whence cometh my help. You got a lot.
Con. My help cometh from the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, which made heaven and earth.
Yes, and those are like those spiritual reinforcements, man, that the Lord is sitting unto us to strengthen our faith, or to strengthen us in general, man. For
Con.
an example, and Daniel was stuck in that that lion's den. The Lord sent an angel to get Habakkuk to send him a pot of stew. You don't think that strengthening your faith, but showing you that the power of your Yahweh Shema Shai cannot be in a box, man. You know? So when you messing with a power, you can go above and beyond for you. You should go above and beyond for him. And not worry about the little shit that we're going to have to go through here in this modern day life. Because even the scripture said it is nothing compared to the things that Yahweh Shah went through. We haven't resisted unto blood, man. You know? You got it. There was it on it? Yeah, continue on it.
Con. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
And that's one thing that's so detriment in the time of war. If you sleep or if you sleepy, you know, even
Ooh.
going to the time of, I think there was a Midianites, if I'm not mistaken, so like it, but I know it was in time of I think kings or the time of judges, but basically they set the hit on them, and it was in the middle of the night. They were even like another example is Babylon. That's a valid example. Once you go into Babylon, they was eating and drinking. And they was partying bullshit tired in the wee hours of the morning, and that's the reason why the Media Persian Empire ended up taking over the Babylonian Empire, man. The reason why they was sleep, they was drunk with wine, and ultimately they wasn't alert in the times of war because you never know who want to get you next, man. And that's why we
Right.
have to continue to be alert around here. You know, being circumspect, having that 360-degree view of everything that's going on, man. You know, because again, one false move can cost you your life. You got it, bro.
Con. It says, behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Uh-huh.
The Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
And it's because the Lord, He is our power. And also He is the power that's going to deliver us, you know, from the wicked hands of Esau. He's the power that's going to deliver us even from ourselves. You know, because again, you're your worst enemy. You know, you being in this flesh and going through the things in this flesh, you know, put you through, whether it be physical elements or anything, man. The Lord is coming to save us from it, you know. But you got to do it. That was it on it.
Con.
Baba Kushah, you can give me first, going back to 2 Timothy 4, and we're gonna start at verse 5 and read down. Because again, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai, He's building us up to be warriors and to endure the things that's going to come down the line. Because this is not the end. You know, you might, you know, the Lord can send a lot of shit your way in one moment, just like that, and you think it's not all over, man. It's
Con.
going to be over once we get upon those chariots, man. Just like in the time of war, you know, you might lose a battle, but ultimately, if you win the war, then those losses really don't matter, man. So all
Right.
the things that we lost and all the bullshit that we went through, Salaki, for the language, and those are not going to matter once we get beamed up, man. Because all those things we lost, all those things that was cast away for lack of better words, we will be reunited with them in the heavens, man. You got
Con.
it.
Con. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things,
Mm-hmm.
endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
And it's beautiful, man, because it said, but watch all things, endure afflictions. You got to endure the hell that you go through. But on top of that, it says, do the work of an evangelist. Talking to myself first, when you go through hell, you still got to do the work, man. This
Right.
is a job you can't call off because you know you got a little cold. No, you got to keep on pushing through it, man. I know Elder
Right.
Yachty told me he made a video not too long ago, learning how to fight when you injured. Well, I think that was
I was just thinking that out.
yesterday. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Con.
And that's what it is, bro. Because you might get hit with a punch, you know. But you
Right.
got to have that mental vortex to recoup yourself spiritually, man.
Right.
You know, you got it, bro. You got something to add? You can hop in there.
So, like, if I may, look at Paul. You know, Paul was shipwrecked. Paul was a real prayer warrior.
Mhm.
You know, he was a real warrior. He was shipwrecked. when he bitten by a snake, you know, he had to go through it. But what did he do? He kept pushing. He kept fighting. You know, he really kept fighting. You know, and even in our walk, we're gonna go through some things. We're gonna, take different little hits, but we just gotta keep fighting, man. Salak, yeah, you got it.
Hey, continuing on that, bro.
Con. It said, the Second Timothy 4:5 again. It says, "But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry."
And if I may add,
For
I get this, like it says, make full proof of your ministry, of thy ministry, showing you that all the tools need for you to survive is here. You just gotta use it, man. You
con,
got it.
con. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
Now, Paul right here knew he was going to get put to death, man. But
Con,
guess what? Paul was confident because he knew that
con,
his work wasn't in vain, bro. Pastor Howard, he made a statement yesterday. He did the work for 40 years, and you don't think the Lord is just gonna not gonna beam him up. That's crazy, man.
con,
You know, it's a certain level of confidence that you have once you do the work of your high by Shemal Shine and knowing that your work is acceptable unto him, man. You
con,
got. That's why it says, I have fought the good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith.
con.
Paul said, I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
Even like a warrior, you go upon that field, you take out the enemies, you push forth, you follow certain order, you follow all your orders, you do. And ultimately, once you get the battle, once you win the fight, it's a reward at the end, man.
Right.
I know back in the intro, they used to give you land, women, and all that, but now they just give you a metal heart, man. You
Right.
gotta know. I'll finish it off.
Con. 2 Timothy 4:8.
Mm-hmm.
Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness,
Mm-hmm.
which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing.
Yes, man, because ultimately, how about Shimei Shah is going to give us a reward for fighting this fight, man. you know, he's going to give us a reward for enduring unto the end, for being standing stiffly before the faces of such have afflicted him, man. Because there's even a rule of war. If you go up on the lines and if you scared, they'll send your ass back home. The reason why, because that scary spirit will be contagious, man. And you don't need that around the war. You need somebody who's confident, and not only confident in their battle skills, but confident that the Lord is going to make them execute their battle skills. And that's us today, man. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, but we're really wishing to be a part of the elect because we're confident that the Lord is going to do the things that he said he was going to do. Like you mentioned earlier, the man is not a power that he should lie. The Lord said, if we go out there and we stand so stiffly, he's going to give us a reward. He told King David, if you just stand down there and you hear the sound of the mulberry trees come on top, then he can go out there and fight, and then he going to win the war. So it's the same thing with us. And that's why we look towards Yahweh Shemal Shai in the dangerous times that we're coming in. Because Jacob worried about what if that, maybe all those doubtful words. It's words in the English language that's doubtful, man. I might. Might is not in Hebrew. It's a yay or a nay. But the way that Esau pushed forth things upon the people and he do that psychological warfare on you, that's one war that Jake been losing a lot. But once he do that psychological warfare on you, if you're not tuned in the spirit, then you're going to fall for the fiery darts of the devil, man. Ultimately, you're going to fall in the ways of the world and go back into the world eventually, But we're going to end it off on here, Rock, unless you had some. Second Ezra 14 and start at verse 13.
Con. This is Second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce
Mhm.
corruption.
And that's how you do. Once you're a warrior, you a follow, you have a platoon with you, and y'all in the middle of a fight. Now, whether it be nighttime, whether it be a little break, you comfort them. You give them a little speech to keep going, man. That's why it's a comfort such as to be in trouble with you. We're not comforting the people in the world. And the reason why, because they're not on the battlefield with us, man. You got it?
Con. Let go from the mortal thoughts.
Yeah.
Cast away the burdens of mind. Put off now the weak nature.
And again, that was like the brother mentioned earlier, that Lorenzo State situation, you know? And even the situation of, again, what if I might, maybe, those are doubtful words, man. That Esau made you accustomed to thinking like that, you know? You got it. That's why I says that's that weak nature. Because again, if you have that weak nature at the time, even before you step out the war, man, you're gonna step on a land, man. You might get hit by it. Somebody might hit you. You know,
Right,
you standing in the way, you trying to run out the way, and all of a sudden it's friendly fire because you ran in front of a damn bullet because you was so
right.
damn scared, man. You gotta have faith in the Lord, especially here in these latter days, man. You got
That's
it.
it. Con. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee,
Uh-huh.
and hasty to flee from these times.
So those heavy thoughts, man, those worrying thoughts, you're supposed to set those things to the side, push to the back of the brain. And the things that's supposed to be on the forefront is the mind of your Howard Shot, the thoughts of your Howard Shot, man. You know, you got it.
Con. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Yeah, it says greater evil. We've been seeing evil a lot lately, man. I know
Right.
that airplane situation. I know
Mm.
down here in Birmingham, niggas get knocked out down there every day. You know, it's a lot of things that's going on that it's going to get worse. You know, these different what's called callbacks, change,
Recall,
yeah,
food recall.
recalls, yeah, food recalls, all these different things. Yeah, that's it. It's going to increase. Your favorite potato chip bags is not going to be in the stove. This is going to get to a point when nothing's going to be in the stove, man.
Right.
You got it.
Con. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age,
Uh huh.
so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
And so that's the spirit, man. How the earth is going to be weaker through age, but the eves are not going to get weaker. The eves are only going to get stronger as we get closer to the end. So we have to be strong spiritually, man. You know.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it on that. Aki, you got something?
La.
Yeah, with that, Aki, we pray that you edified and we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. We want to give double honors to our apostle elders, Great Mulestone, and Shalom.
Shalom.